In the lands of Gondwa, there are many untold stories, some long and some short. These lands are unforgiving. There is no mercy here. And yet stories like this still exist. These lands are wild, but their inhabitants are even more wild. These creatures find it within themselves to survive. They make the impossible possible. This is the story of a young Eotriceratops fighting for his chance to be at the top. Abandoned by his mother, he is alone in this dark world. He wanders aimlessly as the night grows ever darker. With only his instincts to guide him, he walks onward into the trees. After all, walking is simply his nature. As a male, he will likely live most of his life separated from his kind. He will wander the lands of Gondwa in search of a parade he can lay claim to. But it is much too soon for that still. He is still very little. Separated from his mother as he is, it is unlikely he will survive to adulthood. The youngster has made it to the next morning and even found his very first berry bush. Eotriceratops are rather picky eaters. They will rarely eat vegetation that isn't fresh. Luckily, he has the bush all to himself and eats as he pleases. Once he's had his fill, he leaves the area, his instincts telling him not to linger here for too long. Before departing the area, the young bull pauses to sharpen his horns on a nearby rock. Although his horns are still very small, it is important for him to learn how to maintain them. An Eotriceratops's horns are their deadliest weapon. Head-on, they are near impossible to bring down due to their horns. This giant creature, however, does have one big weakness predators often try to exploit. When attacked from behind, an Eotriceratops has a hard time defending itself. It is for this reason that these titans dislike open areas. They much prefer forests and winding canyons that make it hard for predators to maneuver around them. Once this young bull reaches his adult size, few predators would dare take him on. He will be a force to be reckoned with. Eotriceratops prefer an arid climate. This bull is no exception. Walking under the harsh sun all day leaves him vulnerable to sunburns. He knows just the skin care routine to eliminate such a thing. Mud is the key. He will lower his mass into shallow pools of water and shake himself to stir up the mud. Once stirred up, he is able to cover himself in the substance. The mud protects his skin from the harsh sun, but not only that, the mud and water helps him cool down after a long day of walking. For an Eotriceratops, there is no better skincare routine than this. Once again he resumes his journey, leaving behind the calm pool of water. He sees an opportunity. A termite mound in his mind makes for the perfect makeshift opponent. He needs all the practice he can get if he is to successfully impress females in the near future.